You're still watching Ways now on I Forgot Day. You have the perfect opportunity to make up for everything that you have forgotten, whether it was someone's birthday or you forgot to do something you promised your partner that you would. Now is the day that you can make amends for it. Now, for the super organized people, let me see, you may think that this is impossible and cannot be comprehended. That how can you forget? However, if you are like me and like the rest of us, you will know that life simply seems too busy sometimes, and it can seem impossible to keep up with everything that is going on. So congratulations to us all the forgetters. This day was created to help us out. So start by making a list and make sure you start taking things off the list that you're supposed to have done, by now. I mean, so I used to be so good at remembering things, but you know, when I hear that people are busy, I used to, you know, before I said, nah, you're just a snob or whatever. But honestly speaking, if you have 1,000,001 things you're doing, it's very likely that you're going to forget. So, I mean, I remember then my husband used to hound me. He bought me different diaries and all of that. I never used them. In fact, I bought one with my own money. I still have not used it. But it's so important to actually write things down. Yeah. You know, tick it out. Have a daily to-do list. Exactly. It's a very important. And you know, I'm hoping that I'm going to start that very soon, because I really want to up my productivity. I know I'm good. So sometimes you just feel like I can remember everything. No. So just have that list so that you, on a daily basis, you're ticking it off. That okay, yes, these are the things. Then if you forget, or if you are not able to finish up, you can now move the remaining things over to the next day. Just have that diary. I think it's very important.
I usually have that on my laptop. I use the stickers to, you know, I just pick out the little things I need to do. Yeah,
I already said it now. The organized people, we know ourselves. We are the forgetful people.
I have my moments though. Don't get it wrong. I have my moments.
No, but you cannot afford to forget. You're a teacher.
But there are some things that are so vital that you just can't afford to forget.
Yeah. So you just put the sticky notes.
You know, you just put the sticky notes, and you know, you just write everything in there.
Yeah. So before we forget, what did you find for us in the news?
I forgot this. I forgot my news. So, talking about what actually resonated with me today is the fact that the issue we have currently in Nigeria. We all know that food prices have skyrocketed, and things are not the way it used to be in terms of food supply. So what caught my attention was COVID-19. Nigeria suffered food prices surge, and amidst dwindling income. Now, people are making money. This is an editorial which was coined out, and this struck me because the food prices are increasing, but yet the people are losing their jobs. There have been pay cuts. There has been rise in every other thing except money. How are these people surviving? So there was a story about a man who said that currently he's living from hand to mouth, according to the editorial. And he said that including electricity bills, other things that he needs to take care of in the house. So right now, with the fact that he has lost, he's suffering a bit of a pay cut from his his salary, that he's not able to meet the demands which he has every day. So currently, they drink garri in the afternoon. For me, so they're even lucky that they drink garri.
Garri is no hunger, shao.
Because some people can't even see that garri to drink.
I drank garri today with chilled water and granite. You know, garri for me is not hunger.
I mean, it's not. News also caught my attention, which says that in Lagos, families are struggling to survive still as a result of food prices, the soar in food prices.
Well, so, honestly speaking, you know, we are farmers. It's like God saw the future. So he positioned us well. Tomatoes, we grew tomatoes, we grew corn, we grew cucumbers, we grew ugu. Palm oil, of course, is our main staple in the farm. But guess what? Honestly speaking, all the cash crops, like the perishables, everything is selling so fast. Because why? The prices of, I mean, I heard the basket of tomato is about 40,000. I say, yeah. these are things I just get for free in my home, you know. So I think I will still go back to say that however you want to do it, go and find, see, this thing is not hard. Get a small sack, start growing things in your backyard.
That was where I was.
So even if you do not, yes, even if you do not have the land, just grow things. Honestly speaking, it will go a long way. You would think that is nothing until you start benefiting from it. I know now I do not suffer anything that has to do with food, or because I mean, my husband would just only bring things from the farmer, you know, and I, you know, so I'm eating fresh tomatoes, you know, looking fresh.
And you're looking fresh.
No, but I'm just saying, and this thing is not, anybody can do it. You can actually do, you just need to put your mind. Let's all go back to that, you know. And
according to the other story, they said that if we're not careful, we'll start seeing malnourished children.
Absolutely.
So the more, that's why I said I was going to end up with saying that we should start planting.
Okay, I need to take crops. My story now, because my story is actually very, very, is a sad one. I actually had been monitoring the story quietly, but, you know, I didn't want to talk about it because I needed to hear all sides of the story. Punch had released a story that a mother demanded justice as her defiled child, you know, died from a condom infection. So according to the report, this young girl was ill. Of course, she called up her parents that she wanted to go home and all of that. So the mother kept on. At some point, the mother turned back, thinking that okay, there's no real point. But the girl called the mother and was crying, I want to go back home and all of that. So the mother, of course, picked her up and took her home. But first, I think they took her first to go and get her eye examined because she had red eyes. So they took her to the ophthalmologist. The school nurse accompanied them to the ophthalmologist. So when they got to the ophthalmologist, they did this, the test, and they brought her back to school. When they dropped her in school, the girl said she doesn't want to stay, she wants to go back home. And of course, the mother now did the exit, the school gave them the exit, and they left. 2 days after, the mother, according to the report in Punch, said this girl was a bit withdrawn and everything, and she slept. She didn't want to talk to anybody. She just switched off the light and all of that. 2 days later, she was not getting better. I think her temperature started rising or whatever, and they took her to the hospital, only for the doctor to examine her, and they found a used condom. Then even from her urine, they found traces of sperm. So this was the story that Punch released. So because we had not heard from the school, I mean, the Punch, according to the Punch report, they said the school had, that they had gone to meet the people, I think the person in charge of communication in the school. Let me see if I can find the person's name. And that person said, that, yeah, they were aware of the situation, but, you know, the report from Punch seemed like they were the school was denying it.
But you know, the mother also said that if her daughter was diabetic, so probably
that thing she would have died longer because, yes, if it had been because they were trying to check if it was from home or it was in school, because she's been in school for like a month. So now the school, I'm happy. I don't know if they can pull out that. Somebody sent me this video, and I wanted to hear, because the school has come out to respond to the situation. Yes, if they can pull out that video, then we just quickly see that.
We have zero tolerance to gender violence, zero tolerance to child molestation, zero tolerance anything that can make the life of an average learner miserable. The first day we met with we were invited to the FCT police command. The first thing we requested for was a postmortem to be done. And the police said, oh, without we even calling for that must be surely done. So the process is in place. Relationship between the school and the mother, very cordial. Has been very cordial until now. On that very day we got the news on Tuesday. The senior brother is in this school. They came to pick the senior brother. And that very day, the senior brother was scheduled to write a jam. So we released him. Later on, we went to the house. We're about 15 or thereabouts to pay the condolence visit. We met with the mom. We were in the sitting room. We had good conversation. We're short of work.
Okay, so the reason I pulled out this video, because tempers are flaring. People were saying that the school were trying to condemn. Yes, the school is trying to cover up, you know, and I'm happy that they have come out to do this. I mean, the last question, I mean, is a long press release. I'm sure in the couple of weeks, more stories will come out. But there was one part of that press, this thing that the school answered, when they said that, what does the school have to say about the stale condom that was found in the girl? They said this part of the investigation, they are leaving it to the police. You understand that at this point, they cannot say if this information was true or not, you know, because they didn't see that, you know, and everything. So the sad part is that this girl, you know, did not say what exactly was done to her, that she just needed to leave the school. She's in SS1, and this is really sad. Absolutely. I mean, I frown at things like this. I can't even stand it, but I am so happy that the school has come out to say, you know what, this is a situation, and they are willing to cooperate with the police. Exactly. And I'm just hoping that they're able to find that culprit. You know, because even according to the report in the Punch, they said about 3 teachers had been sacked from that school for sexual molestation. Exactly. So they need to really, really fish out whoever did this, and that person must face the law.
And I pray that person doesn't abscond before they actually find out who actually did it.
They will find the person. I'm just hoping, I'm praying. And my heart goes out to the mother as well, and the family, honestly. It's a sad situation. SS1.
Taking your child to school and
SS1.
You know, having the child brought back to the house, and you know, the child is reset. And that's one of the things that people don't understand. The moment a child starts complaining like that, you need to ask
pay attention,
and pay attention to that child.
Absolutely.
That's it.
So we hope that we'll follow up the story. We'll keep our eyes on the story, because I really want to know the outcome and how they intend to apprehend whoever did this to the young girl.
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll take a break. When we return from the break, we're discussing collaboration and the future of business success. Stay with us. We'll be right back.